When I work, I get money from tourists. And now, no have tourists, I not have the money. How I can survive? How I can alive?
ปอบุ้มบุ้ม700เราก็พูดยากอ่ะพี่ก็กลัวนะแต่กลัวอดมากกว่า
If the customer don't wearing a mask, it means no sex.
No money, no work, no people.
For Corona I don't have money.
People, they are hungry. They need a food.
Prostitution may be illegal in Thailand, but it's also a multi-billion-dollar business. So what happens to the sex industry in the age of coronavirus and the hundreds of thousands of jobs that rely on it? Lockdown is easing in Thailand, but the lights are still off in Pattaya's once bustling party district. It's here, in the city's bars, sex worker Anna used to meet most of her clients.
Pattaya city never sleep. And now it's very quiet.
This is what Walking Street looked like in the past, attracting millions of visitors every year. But in March, Thailand declared a state of emergency due to COVID-19. Clubs and bars have shut down. Tourists have gone. Business has dried up.
Before I earn like 30,000 baht for a month. Our is 2,000 or 3,000, depends we make agreement together with a customer.
So £75. And now?
And now, 1 week, 1,000.
Is that hard for you to live?
Very hard because I have to pay the rent, pay for food every day.
Anna now earns less in a week than she did in an hour. It's already been 3 months without work. There's no guarantee when trade will return to normal. It's estimated between 100,000 and up to 1 million people here in Thailand get some sort of money from the sex trade. But overnight, the bars closed, the income stopped. There was no warning. Charities say Pattaya is home to around 50,000 sex workers. Shut out of the bars they used to work from, they now look for clients on the streets.
No money, no work, no people. How I can live, how I can do because no people. Very, very hard.
Nian Won sells sex by the beach. Before, some sex workers got some protection from the clubs. Now, they're even more isolated and vulnerable.
รู้สึกแย่มันไม่เราทำงานอย่างนี้มาตั้งนานแล้วไม่รู้จะไปทำงานอะไรจบไม่สูงนะ
A single mum with a young daughter and nephew to feed, this is a devastating situation for Ni. 60% of sex workers here are mothers. They say they have no other way to feed their families. How worried are you about catching the coronavirus from a client?
ที่ลูกค้าเขาก็ให้เราถอดแมสอ่ะเนาะเราก็พูดยากอ่ะพี่ก็กลัวนะแต่กลัวอดมากกว่า
Street prostitution is one of the most dangerous professions in the world, and now added to the constant risk of violence, arrest and STIs is the highly infectious COVID-19.
This is safety bag.
To try and reduce the risk, local charity Swing is designing COVID-safe sex kits.
We have to spray alcohol spray on the bed. This is the shower gel, antibacterial shower gel. We have to ask all the customers have to take a shower with this. We not try to spend for a long time with the customer in a hotel. We are scared. I can say we are scared about the COVID, but we cannot stop work.
So is this the future of safe sex in a COVID-19 world?
This set make us more comfortable, more confident to work because we cannot stop work.
So if a client says, no, I'm not wearing a mask, what does a sex worker say?
No mask, no sex, and no oral sex.
And COVID-19 isn't the only risk. Poverty is also a massive problem. Because prostitution is illegal in Thailand, sex workers can't officially apply for unemployment support. So many are relying on charity. Swing is now also giving out almost 3,000 free meals a week to struggling sex workers. They're gone in minutes. It's a slick operation, but it isn't enough. It's claimed 50% of Pattaya's female sex workers have left. It's never been this difficult.
This time is to make not just only the sex worker will die. We make the people who are in behind of them will die, also die because they don't have income to survive themselves.
Is that how serious you think then this could get, that people could die?
The people, they are hungry. They need a food. They are so sad because they don't know how to get the money to use their life. And then I'm wondering that is okay for the long term. The people will try to kill themselves.
Some of the sex workers who had jobs in bars and clubs have been able to access a state handout of around £400. And the government told us it can also help them to find other jobs and cheap accommodation. But that potentially means outing themselves as prostitutes. And many are afraid they'll be punished for breaking the law.
This is my dress for work.
Some, like Anna, are trying to ride out the crisis, hoping her regulars will return when the borders reopen.
สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
She's now selling jewelry on the internet to tide her
สุด
over.
ท้ายนะคะ999
Unlike some friends, she won't sell sex online.
I not do online because I not trust the people from internet. Sometimes they make a fake profile, like put the handsome man, the model, like a muscle guy. Sometimes open the room and see like a my goodness, can I turn back and go back? But when I go already, so the show must go on.
But behind the smiles, COVID-19 has pushed many to breaking point. The sex industry may bring in billions of dollars a year here, but the workers it depends on have no rights, no recognition, and some are now fighting to survive. Is this the hardest it's been?
Yes, very hardest in my life because I never seen something like this before. When I work, I get money from tourists, and now no have tourists, I not have the money. How I can survive? How I can alive?